Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Heron Heads podcast. My name is Julio, and I'm joined right now by Dave. We are watching the final 8 or so minutes here in Inter Miami versus Philadelphia Union. The score right now is 2-1 to Inter Miami, and we're hopefully going to be seeing this match out. Philadelphia scored in the 80th minute to make things interesting because we cannot... We can never just score a third goal and have our life be easy. We like complicating things. So here we are, just sort of sweating things out. But Inter Miami's played a good game against one of the better teams in the East. Messi substituted on around like the 50th minute or so, 55th minute, and scored within 2 minutes. So, here we are. Hello to Swady in YouTube. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, the goalie change was a late, unexpected twist in this tale.
A nightmare.
Potentially. The nightmare was having Drake have to be substituted on to immediately defend a corner.
I was sure we were gonna get
Swade. All right. I got you.
Yeah, come on, man. Swade.
I
Everybody knows that that's Swade.
I mean, it's kind of like Dwayne Wade, Swade.
That's right.
It's all there. All the pieces are there. But I guess before we continue, as we are just watching this game here, shout out to our Chief Heron Heads, Chow and Marivi. Thank you for your continued generous support. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon, you will find a link in the description wherever you are listening. Additionally, in the description, you will find links to our Discord server where we are actively chatting about this game right now. And there's a couple other links in there. The merch store. I don't know. Check it out. See what you find. See if you like anything in there. For those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you're enjoying the show. We appreciate it. And let's hang out for these last couple of minutes. Chris has joined the room. He's super excited. He loves watching the end of the game while being live. So this is really a thrill for him. That's
I got it.
Hey, terms of service, man. Don't be showing game.
I got it here. I got it here in front of me because every time we do this, I always miss the goal, the go-ahead goal, the losing goal.
I would really love for you not to miss any goals tonight.
I hope nothing happens.
Keep it
here on
let's
out.
keep it 2-1 as I predicted in the pregame show. And
it should have been 3-0, man. That they stopped the play on the foul on Suarez. It was complete baloney. We had a huge breakaway.
Every time they just kick the ball towards Calendar.
Drake with some safe hands here.
Yes, it just gets me nervous, but we're doing it. We're getting there.
Yeah, if Calendar messes up, we can definitely all be disappointed together. So far, knock on wood a million times, he's been fine.
Yeah.
Right? Well, oh my God.
He's been fine. I said knock on wood. We're fine.
You almost blew it immediately.
We're fine, guys. No one panic.
Did you not see what just happened?
Yes, I did. We're fine. Nothing happened.
Oh my God.
Nothing happened. The only bad thing that happened here, and Philadelphia's going to catch on quickly. They forced Drake Calendar to pass the ball. I think 2 yellow cards were just shown.
Who got the yellows?
Suarez here, and then I wonder if Mascherano was shown a yellow. Not really sure here, but here we go. Oh, here we go.
Messi.
Messi on the ball, passes it over to Suarez.
Oh my God, Suarez
launches it into outer space.
I think it was off anyways.
No, he definitely wasn't. He definitely was not.
I wonder why he just didn't try to control that. It seems like he had a lot of space in front of him.
Yeah, he had a lot of space. Another one of these games from Luis Suarez where, at least as of now, he's not on the score sheet with the goal, but another assist for Suarez. And he just is finding a way to contribute, even though he's not scoring at the same clip that he was last season.
Is that eight goal contributions, I think, so far? I think he was...
Mascherano did receive a yellow, by the way.
Oh, he was the second yellow?
Play. Yeah. We got a lot of yellow cards tonight.
The refs have been garbage.
At halftime, I haven't checked the stats now. At halftime, we had 10 fouls for Miami.
The yellow cards were flying in this one. We had who got the early one? Kremaski, right?
Kremaski got one early.
Bright got one. Falcon, Alba, Suarez, and Mascherano.
I will say Bright's was earned.
Bright's was so dumb. It was a time wasting yellow card, which is one of the worst kinds.
It was
God,
so
this-
unnecessary.
The longest 9 minutes of my life.
I mean, 9 minutes.
That's what she said.
It's a long.
Oh man,
He wishes.
where's Jose tonight? What was it that he was doing?
I haven't heard from
His
him.
brother's birthday party.
Oh,
No,
No,
that's
it's his brother's
right.
birthday dinner. Tomorrow.
Happy birthday
Whatever.
dinner, Mikey!
happy
shout
birthday,
out.
Mikey.
Shout out.
You think he got some Heron Heads swag as a birthday?
He's probably wearing Heron Heads party hat at the dinner. That's my guess. Exactly.
News oh,
I'm not wearing merch.
present? Julio just lifts up his shirt. His
That's right.
nipples come out.
Show you
you
some.
know what I
Heron
gotta
Heads.
do? I gotta draw like a little heron head thing here. in My daughter's
do.
kitchen
You
chalkboard.
absolutely
Every
do.
day has to be something different. Like what's it? Woody Page from
Yeah, that's right.
I like that
R.I.P.
idea.
R.I.P. around the horn.
I gotta. I'll think of things.
You can do stuff. You can. Do
I gotta
stuff.
get some colorful chalk. I don't think she has many colors.
Man, let me tell you.
Get me out of here.
Yes, get me out of here first and foremost. But Mascherano's a good manager, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I gotta
shown-
say,
his subs today have been perfect.
I completely agree. I thought in my mind,
Blank.
I really
Oh my
dislike
God.
Redondo's match today.
He had a really good run.
Oh my
I will
god,
say that.
Suarez had to have been offside
Come
there.
on.
What are you doing?
How was he not offside?
How did that not go to the back of the net?
I don't know how Suarez isn't scoring goals this season. He's had so many good chances, and his touch really hasn't.
Oh my
quite
god!
been there.
so-
No, we're chilling, man. This is exactly where we want them on their
This
side
is
of the
perfect.
pitch.
I know, but I wanted that to hit the back of the net.
No, that would be too easy.
Oh,
Oh,
Messi.
Messi just heads it. Their
Let it go in.
leg saved it
Man.
from crossing the line.
It looked like it was about to cross the line.
A bit of chaos
honest.
here in the final few minutes. Inter Miami just held play in the Philly side for quite a
not getting
while here.
Honored to death.
Look at Drake standing on his line until the ball like clearly enters the
I
penalty
don't know.
area.
I don't know if this no from my wife is
More chalk.
is for the chalk.
More chalk. More. I have a variety pack of chalk in front of my house. There's also perpetually just sidewalk chalk, like drawings in front
Actually,
of my house.
we definitely have a lot of sidewalk chalk. I gotta find
There was a phase in my children's life where they were using the sidewalk chalk on the walls of the house,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
No.
and I was like, whatever, just leave it. Big mistake. Big mistake.
Yeah.
Sidewalk chalk is not meant for the sides of houses, in case anyone was wondering.
future graffiti artist.
I had to basically pressure wash the side of my house to get the chalk off.
Dang, really? I thought it would come off. pretty
You would
easily.
think so. You would
Yeah.
think so, but I was there scrubbing. All right. The final whistle has blown. Inter Miami win 2-1. Easy, stress-free living. 2-1, just as I predicted. And that's it, man. Let me tell you, Philadelphia had a lot of chances. So did Inter Miami. But Philadelphia had a lot of chances, and they just didn't make Miami pay tonight.
Yeah.
We played a good game, and now we're top of the East standings with a game in hand, right?
Yeah,
With
because
the game in
everyone
hand.
played this
we
past
didn't play
week.
last. We didn't play last week. Yep.
So game in hand, top of the East, Inter Miami now, where they rightfully belong, and where they were 2 weeks ago.
I want everyone to look into my eyes. First of all,
Hit the like. Well, first,
into my eyes.
everyone look.
Sure.
Hit the like
do
button.
your intro. Do your intro.
Subscribe. No, I already did. Hit the like button. Subscribe,
Intro's done.
and then look at Chris's eyes.
Look into my eyes. All right. Inter Miami just beat Philadelphia 2-1. Philadelphia is the best team in the MLS right now. And we didn't even have all of our starters starting. And we didn't even have all of our starters. I mean, Messi came in at the 55th minute. Segovia came in later at the 69th minute. I mean, come on. All of those people that complain about the power rankings, why is Miami won? This is why Miami's won. We just beat Philadelphia. We beat Charlotte. We beat Atlanta. What else do you want to see from these people? Come on, guys. Inter Miami's number one. Let's go.
Love it.
So, obviously, Jose's not going to make it. So, it's just us three. That was a good game. But overall, I mean, great game. The first half, I thought they played really well. The second half, it got a little bit sloppy, I think. Obviously, Messi scored to make it 2-0. But I think the defense kind of let up a little bit. And Ustari leaving with an injury didn't really affect much towards the end. But I just think they weren't all there. They were allowing a lot of dangerous chances, getting into the Philadelphia's attacking third. But we squeaked it out. It's a shame that they scored that goal. It should have never even been scored, but it was a nice play. It was a nice cross into the box, over really everybody. It was a nice play. Fafa was unfortunately had to defend on that one, and it just they just made the play over Fafa.
It's one of those that should have never even occurred. Like they called back a really good run by us off of a foul for Suarez, even though he made a play on the ball and touched the ball. It was ridiculous to call that back because that should have been 3-0. Instead, it was a 2-1. So it's a two-goal swing there. And yeah, I mean, it felt like this whole match. I hate to be like that guy who blames the refs, even though we won. So I don't think we can blame the refs for a win here. But that feels like the cards are sometimes stacked against us unfairly. Didn't matter. Like Chris said, Messi didn't jump on to the 55th minute, scored on the 57th minute. Fantastic. But yeah, I mean, Robert Taylor, early goal contribution. Let's go. Like,
that's why Jose's not here.
Exactly.
He's
passed out. He passed out.
He doesn't want us to record another Robert Taylor.
He saw he was on the thumbnail. He saw Robert Taylor on the thumbnail. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys.
No, but there's a lot of positives, man. There were some choices made by Mascherano for the lineup tonight, and Robert Taylor certainly one of them. Definitely did not expect to see his name on the starting lineup. I would have been not nearly as surprised seeing him just on the team sheet, but seeing him in the starting lineup was surprising. And man, it was a really great play. Like, it was a great play for his goal. Busquets sort of wiggled his way through two defenders, passes it out wide to I think it was Alba, who crossed it way across the box. Kremaski perfectly there, and he just smashed it across the face of goal to Robert Taylor, who really had no choice but to score. This would have been Jose's perfect Robert Taylor goal, because he's like, he had no choice but to, put it in the back of the. He basically just bounced it off the backboard. That was Robert Taylor. But
perfect impression.
It was a beautiful play, man. It was a beautiful play. Robert Taylor, so good to see him back scoring goals where he rightfully belongs. And from all our attackers on this team, might be the one that needed it the most, because he's been quiet for months. So really nice to see him get on the pitch, get good, meaningful minutes, and contribute in a very meaningful way, obviously, with the goal.
It feels nice that he comes off for Messi, It's not like, they took me off for Kremaski or for David Ruiz. No. They brought him on from, like, Messi came on for him, and Messi scored immediately. So that position in and of itself, super, super productive. So good job, Mascherano. We appreciate it. Good job, Messi. Good job, Robert Taylor. Good job, Inter Miami. We did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, and it was nice. It's also nice, everything that Julio just said about Robert Taylor, but it's also nice for Mascherano to see that, because now maybe he has a little bit more of a reason to play him, or a want to play Robert Taylor in these situations. Obviously, Allende was out tonight with an injury, last-minute injury there, and Messi's obviously didn't start, but he came in later. So it's nice to have Robert Taylor in there, just kind of, just ready to go. And this is perfect. To see the ball in the back of the net for him is probably amazing. We always say he's a streaky player, and maybe he gets on a little hot streak now. Maybe Mascherano wants to sub him in more going forward. We keep saying it. We have a lot of games coming up. All of these tournaments start catching up to you with injuries and all of this. So now's the perfect time to get hot, and that Robert Taylor goal was just perfect. And I thought he had a really good game, even leading up to that goal. It seems like he was very involved in making the proper runs. He's always been the one to bring a little bit more of the pace into the attack for this team. Obviously, we have a lot of new youngsters to bring that nowadays, but Robert Taylor, he was showing that tonight, and he was getting behind the defense, and he played very well, and I'm super happy for him to have gotten that goal. It was just perfect for him. So props to the OG RT.
Yeah, it's another tool in the tool belt for Mascherano, who seems to have more at his disposal than any Inter Miami coach has ever had in his career. So this is fantastic news. We've had what's felt like a dud from Robert Taylor for over a year now. So seeing productivity from from that player is just fantastic. And
Yep.
yeah, I mean, we probably did not expect Segovia. We knew Allende had a late knock. We probably did not expect Segovia to not get the start. And that's good because we do have a big match with LAFC coming up. So having these guys who are going to get significant minutes in that tournament get a little rest. They all found their way onto the pitch, with the exception of Allende. It helps. Any little bit of rest helps. And again, having these backup players produce and come away with 3 points in season is just huge. Not just for the season, but for the overall mental health of the club. You have other guys being able to step in and contribute to a victory. So again, great job by Mascherano to really. He seems to be pushing all the right buttons.
What did you guys? I know Julio mentioned the starting lineup. What did you guys think overall, besides the Robert Taylor decision? What about the midfield? What about the back line? We saw a little bit of a different back line.
I was super surprised with the midfield selection. I was surprised that Redondo continues to get starting minutes ahead of Bright, and Kremaski must be doing something in training that pops out and like jumps off the page for the coaching staff. Today was a better game, I will say, but overall it hasn't quite translated on game day for Kremaski. So I was surprised more that Bright didn't start over Redondo than Segovia over Kremaski, because Kremaski has consistently been getting starting minutes and underperforming. Bright's been probably overperforming and Redondo's been underperforming. So out of all of those, I was surprised that Redondo started over Bright. And to that point, regardless, I thought Mascherano made the perfect substitutions when he did, of bringing on Bright and Segovia in place of Kremaski and Redondo, because Kremaski had a better game, but he definitely started waning in those later minutes. And having been on a yellow card already, it was a very good move. And Redondo, again, I thought had not a good game. Had maybe like one or two plays that I was like, okay, I kind of see the skill there, but a vast majority of his plays were really awful and horrible first touch, awful turnovers with really not that much pressure on him. So yeah, the midfield surprised me. I'm not super surprised at the Toto Falcon pairing. I think that's fine, especially given that Ty Baribo was one of the hottest strikers in MLS.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a little bit more size, and you don't necessarily want that against Noah Allen, who's undersized as a defender. So I was fine with that. I wasn't overly surprised by that. But the midfield definitely surprised me.
Yeah, I the Kremaski thing, man, I don't know. I didn't see a lot from him today. Thought he had a decent game. I didn't like it. I think the assist really saved his game. I saw a lot of bad decisions early on. Obviously, the yellow card comes into play, and I think just the assist ended up saving him. I thought he was going to botch that assist, to be honest. I thought he was going to mess up that whole play, and he proved me wrong there. But I don't know. I'm just not seeing it, and maybe Mascherano sees something, like you said, in training. I really thought we were going to see the midfield with Fafa and Segovia, obviously with Allende out. I thought we were going to see Fafa and Segovia really making the play up there, and the Robert Taylor thing was just out of left field. I don't think any of us would have expected that. So I don't know. Benghai is just not doing it for me right now. Unfortunately, yeah, he plays with like his hair's on fire, high motor kid and all of that. But unfortunately, I don't see it. I don't see it. And yeah, I guess they got to keep starting him out there. Like someone said in the comments, I forgot, was it Mike V or I don't know who it was. Maybe they're trying to put him out there to try to sell him at some point. They want to just showcase him a little bit and try to do that. But
what are you showcasing though?
Like it's get an assist when needed right now.
Showcase Gomez when he's
look at this pile of poop.
Oh man.
Let's talk about this game-tying goal save, because it's been brought up a couple times. I'm assuming that they're talking about Ian Frey blocking a would-be goal, a game-tying goal. Really good scramble play by Ian Frey. And also, earlier in the match, Ustadi is wonderful, by the way. Ustadi with a point-blank save on Baribo on a header. Baribo was so frustrated in this match. Picked up a yellow, was so frustrated. Inter Miami really did a great job of frustrating him and not letting him score. But the block from Ian Frey was perfect because Ustadi was covering the near post and Ian Frey instinctively sort of knew to block far post, and it was perfect.
Yeah, there was a similar situation. I don't think it was Ian Frey earlier. I forgot who it was now that blocked it. It was in the first half. Similar scramble play. Everyone was kind of freaking out, and then all of a sudden they came together. Everyone was in the right spots, covering all the holes, and the block was made by the back line. And I think I mentioned in the Discord as soon as it happened, man, this defense is legit. You know, this defense last season and the prior seasons, if something like that would have happened, that kind of scramble play, everyone would have freaked out, would have been in the wrong position. Drake would have come out too much, and I don't know, Noah Allen would have been out of position. They would have scored. But for some reason, this season, the defense is gelling together, and they just know where to be. And they're like you just said, Julio, Ustadi was near post, and Frey knew exactly where he had to be to make that block. So that's the biggest difference we've seen this year with the defense, and it's just refreshing, man. You don't have to worry about, are they going to mess up? When are they going to mess up? When are they going to do this bonehead pass that leads to a turnover and a score? We're not seeing that, and that's the biggest difference on this team so far this season.
Yeah, they're playing disciplined defense, especially that back line. It's threefold. It's the acquisitions and that defense that have worked. Ustadi and Net has calmed down that back line, and I give a huge credit to Mascherano as well for bringing that defensive mindset to the club and really kind of calming down. It's one thing when you're kind of just reacting. It's another thing to go in there with a plan, and you can tell that these guys have all been instructed on who to cover, what to do in every scenario. There's nothing that presents itself that looks like they haven't seen it before. So even when there's some crazy ricochets and things like you can see that it's very easy to go after the ball, but the wing backs are still on their zone, and they're really covering everything. So that's been a huge upgrade from last season, when even though we had individual good plays in defense, the unit as a whole has always had a crack, whether it's Weigott being himself out of position, or Noah Allen being out of position, or Toto lunging. Like there was always somebody out of sync, and we haven't seen that really. I think a lot of it was with Ustadi. Now, if he has to miss a prolonged period of time, it'll be interesting to see if we keep seeing that with Drake and Net. And then we'll really know who to really give credit for.
Hopefully it is just cramps, and just really bad cramps and nothing else.
Yeah, the broadcast was saying that Toto was stretching him out earlier, like just a few moments earlier, and then it went down, and he seemed like he was trying to like massage his calf. I mean, we're not doctors here, but so we have no idea. We're sort of speculating here, but
when in the first half he went down also with cramps too. They were stretching him in the first half.
So odd.
So maybe it could just be that, but it was a humid night out there. It was raining.
It was
for a bit, so maybe all of that has to do with it. Let's just hope it is, because he's made world's difference back there.
Oof, Drake against LAFC.
I don't want to see that. Everyone in the chat right now is saying it's just too many comments to put it up, but everyone has the consensus that when Drake got out there, it was nerve-wracking, and it was.
I love this question. Who else thought that we were going to get scored on from that corner kick when Drake came in? I was like, the tweet was ready to go. It was like, I guess Drake was the problem all along with the corner kicks.
It was terrible, man. And also I had said it like a few moments before he got hurt, that Ustadi makes these passes. Like he comes out of the box and he's able to drop these mid-range passes, and there's no fear at all. You're like, oh wow, what a nonchalant pass that is. And then Drake comes on, and just setting the ball up to passes is a nightmare. And you're like, oh god, he's gonna blow it. And I don't miss that. I don't miss that feeling, and that's what we had all last season, and I don't want that back. Like
every pass he made tonight was just booming it
terrible.
70 yards down the field, down the pitch, and it was like, what, dude? Come on, relax.
Yeah. Just to answer this question quickly, where's the new forward Suarez not giving him much lately, or giving much lately? So Obando officially was announced by a team, but apparently he's still finishing his documentation to join the team. He didn't train at all this week with the club, so hopefully his paperwork gets in order, but we're sort of just waiting on that.
Same with Baltazar Rodriguez, right? He's also waiting on his visa.
Yeah, his visa still hasn't. I think Obando already has his visa stuff. I don't know what else he's waiting on, but Baltasar still visa issues.
Yeah, Obando would have been a nice substitution, but things also sort of got thrown out the window. Lujan was set to come on, but then Ustadi went down, and luckily we hadn't made subs already, so Drake was able to come on.
Yeah. You guys want to, in Jose's honor, get
Definitely.
into
Sofa score least and best of the match?
least and best of the match? I'll go ahead and lead it because I have it here open.
Well, you can't lead it if you know the answers.
I'm gonna play Jose's part.
He's
Okay.
he's host.
I haven't looked at it yet. So
Okay, I have, so don't do it.
Okay.
I was gonna cheat otherwise. All right, least of the match. Let's start there.
Benja.
No, he got an assist. He can't be least of the match.
He played like least of the match.
I would say least of the match has to be a starter. I'm gonna say Toto just because I haven't seen him today.
Okay, so wrong.
Oh, Redondo.
Redondo was the
Yeah.
least of the match
Yeah.
with the 6.4. Ian Frey with the 6.5, and then Kremaski with the 6.6.
Nah, that assist.
Toto
Like
actually
I
had a
said.
7.0, so very okay
I guess
game.
not noticing a center back is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
thought
and-
he played
and
fine. Honestly,
If I
thought
had
he
told
played
you, that Inter Miami was gonna get 5, 6, 7 yellow cards tonight, and that
Toto
Toto
had 4 of
not
them.
gonna be one,
Had 4 of them.
and he played all 98 minutes. Pretty surprising. Pretty surprising. Yeah,
that is true.
The chat's a little up in arms here about Ian Frey with the low rating. I agree, and that's
I
why
disagree completely.
that's why
with-
the sofa score like barometer, the player ratings is always kind of a broken system. The eye test definitely showed that Frey played pretty well. There was that one play that he dribbled up the sideline, and then he was surrounded by like 5 guys, burgers and fries, and he just completely lost possession. He should have played it to anyone else, but tried to take them all on and failed miserably. Most of the match.
Does it have to be a starter or can it be a sub?
Whoever you want.
Go for it.
Do it.
Messi.
I'm gonna go with you know what? Let's do Robert Taylor. I thought he had a really, really good half before the goal or the first 20 minutes, and then he got the goal, and that just shot it through the roof.
All right. Well, before I make that reveal, Escape God with the super chat. Let's celebrate. The GOAT is back and ready for LAFC. Thank you very
Yes,
much for the
sir.
super chat. And he absolutely is. Leo Messi was the most of the match with the 7.8.
There you go.
And then he was followed by Robert Taylor with the 7.5.
Nice.
Boosie also with the 7.5.
What did Suarez
despite
get?
getting a
by the
yellow
way?
card. Suarez got a 7.3.
Because he's very up and down. So he had some chances to put the game away. But again, he had some really good plays, especially the Messi goal. That run up to that build up was all him. So
Suarez only took 1 shot tonight. 2 shots. He had a shot off target and a shot blocked.
probably had more chances to take a shot that he just didn't.
Fafa had a 6.7, by the way, for those asking
Man,
that.
if Fafa would have made that header, geez,
That-
that
Fafa
man
had a
and his freaking
fantastic-
headers are amazing.
It's amazing
Love it.
because he seems not big.
He's not.
he
He's
doesn't
like,
seem- but the
I think
way
he's
he
5'10",
like
5'9".
levitates in the air and gets to the ball with like adds pace to the ball on the header.
Mhm.
Super impressive. Like I thought he had no right to even get to the ball, much less actually put it in a place where Blake wouldn't not have gotten to it.
Yeah.
I was very surprised by that entire sequence of events, and he was so close to getting Inter Miami off and running very early in this match.
Blake was completely off the line. I mean, he left that left side of his completely empty. And man, I wish. Ah.
Get a room.
I was so mad. I was so mad at Blake. I was like,
Speaking of Blake,
Fafa's so fun, man.
Fafa's very fun, and Fafa and Blake met again later in the match.
Yeah,
where Blake sort of hesitated to come out for a ball that was played in behind by Messi, who stole the ball on a wonderful defensive play. No one was back because no one expected Messi to take the ball, probably. And all of a sudden, it was a one-on-one. Fafa running in behind. Blake hesitated. I didn't see him enter the frame of the broadcast, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be awful for Philly. And then all of a sudden, Blake's sprinting towards the ball, and I'm like, he is so late to this, and the huge collision. Luckily, both players were able to continue the match, but that was dangerous. That was dangerous on like all angles. A dangerous opportunity, dangerous by Blake to go after it, dangerous for Fafa to continue to go after it, and it just ended up being a huge collision.
Huge.
Yeah, ratings are very wonky. It's not a fantastic way to break down
we don't
player performance, which is why you got to tune into the Heron Heads to understand what's going on and get 9.9 level breakdown of the match. Who actually
with our own
good.
metrics. We need to come up with our own metrics to do a rating system. We'll leave that to Jose because I know he's big into ratings. So
yeah, guys, before someone says ratings suck, you guys shouldn't use ratings. But we use ratings as like just a piece of the show.
We the three of us.
We don't.
Jose uses it. Jose uses it as the end all be all of how good a player may be. So
we three of us like to just tie it in and all that. Jose loves it. Jose's like, ratings are it, but that's why we use it before anyone else says anything.
So, question here from Northern Thai Garden Guy. Do we host the first leg against LA? We do not. The first match is in LA, which is why it kicks off so late, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be a late night with the Heron Heads. I still don't know.
Thursday.
I think it's Wednesday.
It's April 2nd.
Good thing I asked, right? These are things you learn here on the Heron
Heads
podcast. Not right. Tuesday, not the. Well, I mean, all the other matches have been Tuesday or Thursday.
No, I think they've been Wednesday.
No.
This is an important question. Are we going to do a watch along?
Probably.
I mean, we're definitely not going to do a reaction. I can tell you that.
I feel like if we're going to do anything, it's going to be a watch along.
Yeah, I would say there's a likelihood that some of us will do a watch along. I don't want to speak for everyone. Yeah, I'd be down to do a watch along. It would be very difficult of an ask to do a post-match reaction. So
absolutely not.
We can definitely hop on for a watch along. We've done a couple in the past.
One or two, yeah.
We did it for the U.S. men's national team. I think Gold Cup last season, and maybe another Inter Miami.
We did it for another West Coast MLS match. I can't remember now what it was, but
yeah. So we can fire the old watch along machine off and.
Next day reaction. Nobody will care. It's cool.
It will be the next day when the match ends. Let me tell you.
So Miami King says, "Oh,
I was right.
What was that?
They were wrong on the prediction. Sorry.
I
did
should have been right, but
did you dig around for that comment that you just made?
Oh no, I didn't. My thing just didn't move.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was the next one up, but anyways, I'll put it up again.
Go for it.
Surprised Messi even played this game. Yes and no. I think, he hasn't played in a bit. I think he needed to get his legs under him a little bit before the big matchups coming up. We definitely need him for LAFC. That's for sure. Everybody knows that. Going in cold turkey after not playing for a few weeks, I don't think would have been the best decision to see. So for him to come in a little later, get the goal, see the ball hit the back of the net, I think he's just primed and ready to go for LAFC.
That's gotta be so cool.
It's such ease, man.
You don't play in a while. You come in 2 minutes later, you find the back of the net, and you're like,
he makes it look so unbelievably simple. He also gave a nice little ode. I don't know if you guys saw this. He gave a nice little head nod to Djokovic, who I believe was at the match. He went to go watch Djokovic play earlier today, and then after he scored the goal today, gave a little he looked towards the crowd and did like a backhand tennis shot with his hand. Nice. So that was kind of a cool little Easter egg for you guys.
Chris is always wrong. It's not true, Jose. Jose, what are you doing? Get in here. Jeez.
Jose at dinner watching the Heron Heads, as everyone should do.
If you're not watching the Heron Heads while you're at dinner, what are you even doing?
Jose, just
let us know. Dinner?
Just let us know what you think about Robert Taylor. Come on. We want it in writing for everyone to see.
We'll wait for that answer.
Yeah, in silence.
Shu says Chris is always wrong and on a cruise. I haven't been on a cruise in a very long time.
And cheering for the Panthers for some reason.
Champions.
It just says Cham.
See,
Champs.
Northern Thai Garden guy having breakfast with the Heron Heads.
There you go.
It's a great listen to while you're having a nice meal.
Okay.
So, yeah. How about the rest of the MLS? Have you guys seen any scores? I haven't. So I'm just gonna look it up right now. See what we're looking at. Let's see here. This afternoon game, New England beat Red Bull. That's
I know
good.
Atlanta and New York was like super back and
Whoa.
forth at the very end.
Whoa.
And Atlanta took a late
Icy
lead.
Fox says Charlotte
Colorado.
lost. That's
I was
huge.
just gonna say that Colorado killed Charlotte 2-0. Huge. Atlanta.
Killed them
I mean,
2-0.
I mean,
Huge.
for Charlotte not to score like that, that's pretty good. Atlanta 4-3 against NYCFC.
Jose's a troublemaker, a
He is
knucklehead.
troublemaker. He is.
A rabble rouser of sorts.
What else happened? Columbus beat DC 2-1. That sucks. We beat Philadelphia. And Chicago. Well, the rest are just still going on now, so I won't say those. But as of right now, we're on top of the table. Both Supporter
Where
Shield and
we
in the
belong.
East.
Where we belong with the game in hand.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I feel so cocky Inter Miami fan because I just feel like we have so many good players and such good play at every level that it's hard to find. Or maybe it's just by comparison to the last few seasons that there's no glaring issue right now. Like obviously, if Ustadi's hurt, then that whole brings in a lot of questions. But if you look at our strongest starting 11, even maybe our second strongest starting 11, I feel good going into every single match.
It feels right. That's the thing. Like we had success last season, but it felt kind of sweaty, and sometimes it didn't feel organic. Like we would blow some teams out of the water, and then you had to scrape for it other times. But this one, even 2-1 victories are a comfortable 2-1. It's a late goal you give up at the end, and maybe it's a little stressful because Drake finds his way onto the field. But other than that, I mean, it's overall it's felt right, and even in the tournaments, it's felt right. So yeah, let's hope this continues. And again, I continue to heap praise on Mascherano because he's not. So this is hard. These are professional athletes. There's no need to make it harder on yourself by playing ridiculous lineups and not making timely substitutions. So he's doing the manager moves and he's making them correctly. So that, and then you add all the extra talent, it just feels good. And Messi, for the most part, has been healthy.
I don't know right now who could beat this team. Maybe in the West, there's someone out there, but we've just beaten all the best teams in the East. I don't know who could beat us right now. Obviously, I don't want to say obviously. Chances are we may lose one. That'll be awesome if we don't lose one all season. But yeah, I mean, I don't know who could beat us right now. We're playing at such a high level, both in the attack and in the defense and in the midfield. I mean, every piece of the pitch is just clicking properly, and I just don't see a hole. I don't know. Like David said, last year you kind of felt icky sometimes on our wins, but this year it's just domination from start to finish.
Yeah, I would say really the only thing is we seem to the last 10, 15, 20 minutes of every match, if we have a good lead, we definitely let the gas off the pedal and sort of sit back, and that seems to get us in trouble. But that's a very specific scenario, that we're already winning the match. It could cause problems down the road for sure because it's hard to get things started again once you've sort of taken your foot off the pedal. But we look good, man. We look good. Like it's really hard to say anything bad, and we're often criticized for not being positive after matches. But man, again, as we continue in this unbeaten streak by Mascherano, it's hard to find anything to complain about, really. Yeah, there could be fewer yellow cards, but so many of them were unwarranted that I'm not even stop making these silly mistakes, because except with the exception of Yannick Bright's, I don't know if any of them were super egregious. Like Kremaski's was pretty bad, but 2 out of 7.
Yeah.
So, Inter Miami's we look good, man. We look good. It's really hard to It's hard to naysay right now, so I'm definitely feeling Inter Miami cocky fan right now.
Yeah, the only thing that I have to complain about is the MLS refs. I feel like that's like the one thing that we keep having to deal with. It's every match. If we're not getting a litany of yellows, we're dealing with red cards left and right, either during the match or after the match. And even this one, Mascherano picked up a yellow. It's a problem that we seem to only be having in MLS play. In tournament play, which I feel is very similar playing style from us, are relatively clean games.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to. I mean, we can't do anything about it, but the league needs to look at itself and kind of do better, because it's a little shameful, and you're kind of affecting the product. Like, look at today's match. It's 2-1. It should have been 3-0 at least.
Mm-hmm.
They took away a huge chance from Inter Miami when it was just two guys alone with the ball, and instead it's a goal the other way. So it's demoralizing at times. Like, I can see that goal happening for the team there, because you just deflate the attack. But that's something that they have to figure out.
Oof, I love this. Love this. Suede. It's like the Panthers. We know we got a playoff spot. Just need to do something with it. Right there. I love it.
Yeah, I'll comment on this really quick.
Sorry.
The Mascherano being so good at bringing on the subs, that makes such a huge difference as well, because he's putting the team in a position to see games out and when needed to get after a match. But like bringing on Messi, perfect. Gets Messi a good amount of playing time. Obviously, Messi came on and scored a goal immediately, so that helped solidify the lead and sort of roll into the changes that he made after that. Subbing on Segovia and Bright, I thought was perfect timing. I've said that a couple times on this show. And then he was going to bring on Allen and Lujan again at what I thought was a perfect time to bring on defensive subs after Philly had cut it to 1. We're going to make 2 defensive subs to further reinforce the defense and see this game out. And it's so nice not yelling at the TV screen saying make a sub, because Mascherano has it loaded up and ready to go like at good times. It's really good when there's a good cadence to the subs, coming on 50th minute. All right, we're going to make a great impactful sub, obviously with Messi. Like, there's no better sub in the world. And then 70th minute, you make a couple midfield changes. 80th minute, you make a couple defensive changes. Like, to me, that is a perfect cadence of substitutions given a 1-0 and then 2-0 lead. It's perfect. It's so helpful. Like, it's so nice. What a concept.
And he's not scared to make the right subs too, like we saw a few weeks ago with the whole Messi situation. Everyone wanted to see him in, but he didn't play him. Things like that, man. Those are just smart subs, and we just constantly see that at match after match. So, big props to Mascherano.
Yeah, man. Again, hard to find anything bad to say after a match like this, and as we continue down this road of fantastic results, like I don't see what could go wrong.
Knock on wood, please.
Yeah,
Famous last words.
Clip that. But yeah, so I guess we'll see you guys Wednesday for a watch along in some capacity. So make sure you guys are subscribed, hit the notification bell to get notified when we do go live. What? Oh, it was yeah. It was a pretty bad one. I know. Clip it, just save it, bookmark it. Knock on wood.
What did you say in the Discord? You said something in the Discord, and then
I said we're gonna win the MLS Cup. I said this team is gonna win the MLS Cup.
Instant goal. The other way.
Goal.
Hey man, someone's got to say it. Got to.
Oh boy.
So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons if you guys enjoyed the show. Assuming you're still here, you have. I think we're doing something right. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Looking forward to a watch along against LAFC in the CONCACAF Champions Cup on Wednesday, late one. That'll be. Imagine, guys, that match starts an hour from now on Wednesday.
Ooh.
And
it's so late.
And make sure to leave in the comments, like, everybody just yell at Jose for not coming on here and for being wrong about Robert Taylor. Just go in the comments right now.
Call him a coward.
Let him have it. He didn't come. He didn't show face. So we need to document everybody just hammering him.
That's right. If you guys want to hang out also in the Discord, as I mentioned before, the link is in the description wherever you guys are listening. Prediction for CONCACAF Champions Cup? Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. How about that? 1-0 though. It's gonna be a very, very tight, chippy game. 1-0. You guys gonna make any predictions there, or just me? You're
I feel
muted.
like we should do
Fantastic.
a match preview. No, not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. No, nobody. Nobody.
Maybe. Okay. Maybe
We'll
tune
think
in for
about
a
it.
match preview. We'll think about it. We have a watch along to prepare for. Dave, you've been muted this whole
on mute
time.
for like 2 minutes.
I say worst comes to worst, we'll do a YouTube short video with our predictions. How about that?
There you go. Follow us on TikTok as well. We'll be posting that content there. Instagram at the Heron Heads. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on at latest. We'll catch you guys on Wednesday for the watch along against LAFC. Potentially, we'll be doing a preview maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. But yeah, subscribe, hit the notification bell to find out when we are going live next. And yeah, thanks for hanging out at the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.
Thank you.